Welcome, car enthusiasts, to the SoCal Car Scene Podcast, the exclusive place for coverage of car culture in Southern California and the personalities that drive it. I'm your co-host, Big J Marash, and also the technical director and the producer of this show. Today, we are really excited, almost on overdrive, if you will, to have as our guest, Klaus Stadler, the CEO of the Mustang Owners Club, who is coming all the way from Germany to do this interview with us. But first, before we get to that interview, this show is associated with SoCal Classic Car Storage, which provides South OC car lovers the opportunity to secure their vehicles in an environment made just for them. Our facilities here in the lovely city of Laguna Hills feature advanced security systems, white glove service, and a dedicated members lounge. In addition to storage, our expert sales staff offers consignment services for those looking to sell their cars. For more information, visit us at our Laguna Hills location or at SoCalCarStorage.com, Facebook.com/SoCal Car Storage, or on Instagram at SoCal Classic Car Storage. Take it away, Dean.
Thanks, Jay. And I'm your host, Dean Marash. Our very special guest today, Klaus Stadler, is the CEO and founder of the Mustang Owners Club, but is a super legit car guy with credentials to match. Since 2012, the Mustang Owners Club has grown rapidly and now has an incredible 470,000 strong membership and reaches out to 26 million followers. As a young man, he studied for 3 years to be a mechanic before he joined the German Air Force for 2 years. After that, he continued his passion and career as a master mechanic. His list of notable builds includes a 2008 Hummer H3 and that puts out 800 horsepower. Also, Klaus has built a Mustang that is equally awesome, a 1996 Jeep YJ that cranked out 320 horsepower. And most recently, his 2010 convertible Terralinga Racing Mustang is just incredible. This beauty was one of the highlights of the Europe's biggest car show in 2019, the Essen Motor Show, and is officially licensed by Racing Thing Enterprises. Klaus is also a top social media influencer in the automotive world in Europe. Klaus, thanks for joining us on the SoCal Car Scene Podcast.
You are very welcome, Dean, and thank you very much to be a part of your show. It's my true pleasure to be interview and take a little bit time with you guys in the United States. That's perfect. My heart is the United States. I have blood inside.
Awesome. We love it. You know, you're red, white, and blue, but you're in Germany. That's cool. So, hey, tell us a little bit about where you're located, Klaus. A lot of people know that I'm geographically challenged. So tell us what city you're in and what major city you're close to in Germany.
Okay, I live in Germany. It's a part of the Western Germany. It's near Düsseldorf or Cologne. It's our big cities. Essen is about 50 kilometers away from Cologne, but my dad is a real Bavarian man. So I have a little big Bavarian blood inside. My family lives in Munich. My dad is coming with the military to Essen, so we stay here for a long time. But my dad also is a true Bavarian buddy. And I stay here in Essen. Essen is a very big city. And here in my town, we have the biggest European car show every year, the Essen Motor Show. It's a world show like the SEMA. It is over 400.
That is so cool. I've heard of that show, but it is your SEMA in Germany or Europe.
Yes. But the difference between the SEMA and the Essen Motor Show is that on the Essen Motor Show, all people can visit this show. Every people the customer and visitors can come to the show and come to my booth and look at all the cars that I built. And every year I build a highlight for the show. So you can see my cars on TV here. You can see my cars in newspapers. So the German guys or the German people called me crazy. So that's, yes.
Well, I think all of us car fanatics are a bit crazy, but maybe you're a little crazier than the rest of us because you're just so building such amazing cars. I mean, I love your Mustang, but hey, tell us, where does this insanity come from? It sounds like this stuff's in your blood. This car thing is going pulsing through your veins. Who do you blame for this car addiction? Your father? Was he a total car guy from Bavaria or what?
Yes, yes. My dad, as I was a little small boy, 4 years, my dad bought an old Beetle, but it was brand new. And the Beetle has 44 horsepower. So it wasn't enough for my dad. So my dad put some 2 carburetors inside. So the Beetle get over 80 horsepower. So it was
Wow.
incredible. And I'm a little boy, 4 years, and work with my dad on the Beetle. So I asked, Dad, what did you do there to make it faster, faster, faster? So as I was 16 years old here in Germany, when you're 16, you can drive a little moped, a little motorbike with 80 cubic inch. So it's a small bike. You can drive 80 kilometers. It's not fast, but the young people loves it. And my bike was one of the fastest. So so my dad bought AMG Mercedes. My dad drove a Volkswagen Jetta G60. It's very rare, and he built it with a friend of him. And I stay every free time. I stay with my dad in the garage and build and build. So, and then here comes some very spectacular TV shows in Germany, like Colt Sievers, the Fall Guy, like Michael Knight, or A-Team. So
Yeah,
all these cars get me some special effects. I want to have an American car. So we have, since 40 years in the United States, very good friends. They live in Sacramento.
Oh yeah, that's only about probably about 8 hours from us here, maybe 9.
Yes, Bob is his name, Bob on N, and Bob works for KTLA. So we visit first time United States, 1985. So this was for me amazing. So I saw all the big cars, I see the cities, and that was for me, my plan was to drive my own American way of life. So it works. And the Mustang is for me a special car because here in Germany, most people drive Porsche, Mercedes, and the Porsche farer get their nose into the sky. So most of them are, yes.
Hey, we know exactly what you mean.
Oh, it's,
there's class warfare in automobiles,
yes,
right? Whether,
yes,
do you have we have Ferraris and Lamborghinis in our facility,
yes.
and Porsches and Mustangs. Matter of fact, we just took in a 2019 GT350 Mustang yesterday, brand new. And, it's, I think, honestly, from my view, the American manufacturers are doing a great job, like Mustang and Camaro
Yes.
and Corvette, in keeping up with these supercars at an affordable price. There's not a big gap, to be honest. So you gotta tip your hat to these automotive manufacturers in the United States for staying in that super performance game.
Yes, and I drove a Porsche for 2 years, a 911 Turbo.
Now, was that your first car? Was that your first car?
My first car was for 4 weeks, a Mini Cooper 1275 GT with 80 HP. It was amazing. But then 4 weeks only, and then another car crashed in my Mini Cooper, and that's so then I get a Ford Polo, a G40. It was a very fast car. It was 87. I was a young boy, and this car had 160 horsepower. It's amazing for this time. So, but my heart, every time I need an American real car. And the Mustang is for me this, what I can feel when I drive on the German roads with my Mustang. It's a feeling like you go highway number 1 to San Francisco.
Right, exactly. So how many Mustangs, are out and about in Germany? I've been to Germany. It's been a little bit since I've been there, probably, I'd have to say a good 20 years. And what I remember are, like you said, Mercedes, Porsches, a lot of high performance cars, but I don't remember too many American cars. Has that changed?
Yes. Here in Germany, the new model going worldwide, the new Mustang S550. Here in Germany, most people are many people drive this new Mustang.
Do they?
Yes, the
Awesome.
new one it's the most, how do you call it? The most selling sports cars in the world, is it? and we have many of this. But trust me, a small part of them, a small part of this new Mustang driver know really what they are drive. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Yes. We have so crazy people here who said, oh, so many horsepower for nothing money, I will buy it. And they don't understand the magic feeling of a Mustang. They don't understand that a Mustang is not a race car.
Well, we also have a 2014 Shelby GT 420 in our shop. And tell you what, you sit in that car, you know, we only move cars in and out of our facility, but you start it up and you sit in that car and you shift the gears. It's as well thought out and from a performance and just from a comfort standpoint as a Porsche. Modern Porsche, you sit in them, you're like, oh man, this feels good. Then you start it up, it sounds good. I get the same experience in a modern Mustang. It's amazing.
Yes. And here in Germany, when I drive with my Mustang over the streets, most of the people give me, hey, cool car, buddy. And if you drive a Porsche, Ferrari, Mercedes, the people said, oh, it's a snob. That's
just another one, huh?
Yes, just one of, yes, that's it. And well, the Mustang is,
go ahead.
And the Mustang is a special car here. And my generation car, my Mustang, this body is not so often in Germany because we can't buy it, only to import this from the United States. You can't buy the old model here any dealer. It was not official. Right. But I love this model because that's the reason. The new one you can buy in every Ford dealer, but the Generation 5 Mustang you can't buy in every dealer. It's a special Mustang for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, so tell us about this incredible monster that you built, and I mean that in a positive way, the Mustang Owners Club, and give us some insight into how that's different than local Mustang clubs. You know, we see quite a number of them. Matter of fact, we've got some of our members are part of the Orange County Mustang Club, and that's a very big one here in Southern California. But what's this Mustang Owners Club, and how did you get it so big? Give us some background on this thing.
Okay. 2010, I bought my Mustang, and I'm searching on Facebook for very, very cool groups. Cool groups is for me, when you have an EcoBoost Mustang, you don't get shit from other people. It's a Mustang too. Yes, if you have a 6-cylinder Mustang, all is a Mustang. It's that's my opinion, you know. So I saw in every group here in Germany and most American groups, there are a shitstorm between other, they are hate between Camaro and Mustang. Sure. And so someday I said, I found my own Mustang club. And all the people who know me said, you crazy. German guy, you are crazy. You are not an American. I said, I try it and I want to go with my head to the wall. I will do it. So I started in 2012, right. And my opinion for a cool Facebook page or a cool club, you can't find naked woman with a Mustang on my page because I have a Mustang page. I love women, no wives, no problem. That's not the reason. But a Mustang Owners Club must be a Mustang Owners Club, and I need not a woman with a Mustang that I get a like. You understand?
Yes.
I want the like for the Mustang and for the quality of my pictures and not for the quality of the lady on the photo. So these people who like this picture going to Pornhub or what else, but not on my page. So this is the reason why I want to have a clean Mustang page. And I share 24 hours a day pictures. I have the Mustang Owners Club every day in my pocket. Here I can show you with my smartphone here, so I can all control via the smartphone. When I'm in the holiday, I can share pictures. When I'm going shopping with my wife, I can share pictures for my wife you are so crazy. 24 hours Mustang Owners Club. But since 1 year, the Mustang Owners Club is my job.
Oh, so after 1 year, it became your job in 2015 or somewhere in there.
Yes, yes. It is so big. I sell merchandise. base caps, watches, everything you can put a merchandise. I sell on my page. It works perfect.
Hans, that sounds like the entrepreneurship that we really value here in the United States. We always like to talk about successful American businesses where they pursue their passions, they at the expense of everything else. And, then we call that the American dream. It sounds like that's the model that you really, this is what you've accomplished. It's incredible. What a story.
Yes, it was a hard story because it takes many time. It takes many time of the day. It takes all your power. And for me, it's very important that when 2016, I planned my vacation in Dubai. So Ford Middle East called me and said, Klaus, when you're in Dubai, you can get a Mustang from us to go over the streets. And Ford Middle East come to the airport and gave me a brand new Ford Mustang convertible. Yes, now California special. So I sent you a screenshot so I can drive to Dubai with no problem. It was so kindly. And when I visited United States in Florida 2 years before, Ford gave me a Ford Mustang to discover. Yes, that's perfect. So
awesome.
Yes, and the first Mustang Owners Club logo in my page was without the pony, because the pony is a trademark from Ford.
Oh, is that right?
So Ford, a very, very high position man, a good friend of mine from Ford, United States, said, Klaus, your club is awesome. You can use our pony.
Wow.
Said, Thank you
got
very
the
much.
green light to use the pony logo. Wow.
Yes, that's my whole pleasure that I can use the pony in my label. So that is another reason that I put all my power in this Mustang Owners Club. And I am happy when the people or the customer or the fellows like my post, get a feedback, or sometimes they give me a Skype telephone and I help to repair the cars worldwide. That's also happened. Yes.
Well, congratulations on your success. And we just, we find this to be a fascinating story. Mustangs are such an integral part of the landscape, not only in our business here at SoCal Classic Car Storage, but all over the United States. And they're everywhere here in Southern California. And there's people that are so, just consumed with the Mustang brand, and they do such a good job of performance. Let me take a minute here and segue into our advertiser for today. Today's podcast is brought to us by CTEC. Are you looking for a smarter way to charge your car battery? Our friends at CTEC lead the way in care and maintenance of vehicle batteries. CTEC's unparalleled knowledge and continuous investment in innovation means they offer high-quality, reliable chargers that are effective, easy to use, and most importantly, safe for the user and their car's electric system. The quality of CTEC's products make them the trusted company of the world's most recognized car brands, including Audi, Bentley, BMW, Corvette, Ford, Ferrari, Maserati, Mercedes, Porsche, and numerous others. Get yours today at smartercharger.com. How big is your club in Europe, and how big is that compared to the United States? Give us an idea of the size of these clubs, from Europe versus North America, or Europe versus the United States.
The Mustang Owners Club is worldwide. So very interesting is that I think most people, 60%, come from the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And 40% is Europe and Russia and China. So it's a very, very perfect, I call it a worldwide club. And what is very, very interesting, 2 years before, in my club, I have an Iraqi Mustang owners and United States Mustang owners. And these two buddies talked to each other and said, we fight 10 years before each other's, and now we are friends. And this is the reason I said Mustang United worldwide. This is very, very cool. Yes, that's what I love. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
So
Makes
Mustang
sense.
unites. Yes, people hate
I
each
love
other.
that because, you know what, one of the things, you know, as we go through challenging times, you know, like we are in the world with COVID-19 and most recently with,
Yes,
you know, some of our unrest here in the United States. And, you know, we all just are, you know, just sickened by some of the, you know, things that we see, you know, whether it's violence against minorities and, you know, looting and so on and so forth. But we really, cars bring us together during these difficult times, right? We really, one of the things that we love about our show, like you said about Mustangs, is it brings people together. And sometimes we need an escape just so that we can maintain some semblance of sanity as individuals.
yes. And that is the reason why I founded the Mustang Owners Club, because I want to bring the people a smile in their face. I want to show the people that we are one world and that we have one passion. And the Mustang is of black, of white, of Russian, of China, of United States, of Germany. We all love one car, and we all love cars. I don't have, in my community or on my Facebook page, I have not the hate for the Camaro. When some people say, "Oh, it's a Camaro owner," I said, "Why? Why a Camaro is also a great car,
An incredible car."
So I know, and we can't.
This new Mustang we have in here, like I said, it's a GT350, brand new, no miles.
Yes.
And the owner came in with his son, and he's like, you know, I think I'm going to buy a Camaro as well. He wants them to be like cousins or something, because, you know, they really are very competitive, but both great platforms. And you don't want to, you know, in my opinion, you know, try to say, you know, one's terrible and the other's great. I know us Chevy and Ford guys, we like to give each other hard time. Hey, man, we've been doing that forever, since I was a kid. Chevy guys always hit it on Fords and so on and so forth. But like, you know, both these car manufacturers are doing such an incredible job producing performance vehicles. I don't see how you could be critical.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, both these cars, the Camaro and the Mustang, are so amazing that there's really not much to be critical of. How do you pick on them? You know, you know, one might be a little faster, one might be a little better handling, but they're both great cars.
I love both cars. I think the Mustang Owners Club, the Mustang is who touched my heart. I drove a Camaro. It's also a great car. That's not the problem. But my community is so big. I put so much work, so many times in my Mustang Owners Club, so I can't drive a Camaro. But I love it, no problems. And we Mustang owners, we need Camaro drivers, because we need a loser in a race. So that is the reason.
That's hilarious. That's funny. Hey, so let's talk a little bit, Klaus, about your role as an influencer. You kind of mentioned it a bit there.
Yes.
You're a tremendous influencer in the car scene on social media in Europe and probably throughout the world. How did that evolve? How did you get into that? And how much work is involved in becoming such a big social media influencer?
So here in Europe, I'm in the top 3 of the automobile influencer since last year. And since 15 months, I've been 6 times on place number 1. So
no kidding.
I don't know why it happened, but I think it's all my postings, all my spectacular videos. Do you saw the video as Ken Block signed my car on my booth at the Essen Motor Show? So that was a very, very, very cool idea, because I have my booth on the Essen Motor Show. So if you booked Ken Block, you must pay $1 million.
Oh yeah,
so I'm a poor man. I don't have any million. So Borla Exhaust is my partner. So Borla Exhaust is on my booth. And Josh is a friend of mine from Borla, said, Klaus, Ken is our partner for 2020. Ich sag, Josh, I need Ken on my booth to sign my car. Oh, you are crazy, Okay, so Ken walk along through the hall, come from an autograph hour, And I said, can you sign my car? He looked at me and said, oh, yo, the bodyguard stopped, and Ken said, it's okay, I do it. So he jumped on my Terlingua, signed my dash, and I said, thank you very much. And Josh from Borla said, Klaus, you are crazy. So
Wow.
I think these videos,
Yeah.
when I share it, the people say it, you are crazy, you get a shout out from other people. And this is the reason why I'm coming back to the top of the influencer ranking. I love it, no problem.
Well, it sounds like part of the secret to your success as an influencer is your courage, your willingness to reach out to people that most people would say, oh, they're not going to say yes.
Yes.
But
yes.
they say yes, and then there's this
Yes.
huge uptick in your, followers or likes or whatever, right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And my next target is to be a feedback from Ford United States, for Germany, that Ford support a little bit more my club. That was my big dream.
Wow. Well, I'm sure that's going to happen. Hey, so, let's shift gears a little bit. I mean, congratulations on your success as an influencer in social media. We're in our infancy down here. So we're always all about learning and learning from others. And we love Ken Block. Quite frankly, I'll never forget that first Hoonigan video that he did with his 66 or 65 Mustang, where it was
65
floor in that warehouse. And then he let whatever that was, 800, 900 horsepower go. And he had me. I think it was one of the most incredible videos when he released that video that I'd seen in a long time. And, now everybody's doing 1,000, 1,500 horsepower. But when it comes to videos and when it comes to builds, Ken Block, I think, is in a league by himself.
Yes, he's an icon. And the Hoonigan is absolutely perfect. And I think that Ken Block is the right man for Ford, the best man.
Yeah, it's great. And he's such a down-to-earth guy, too. What a great guy. Hey, so let's talk a little bit about, how this COVID-19 pandemic is affecting the car show scene in Germany and Europe.
Yes,
here,
terrible.
We're starting to get back at it. We're doing a lot of these, cruises now. I think what people have done is basically turned the car show upside down a little bit, and they'll meet somewhere and they'll just do one big drive around a city. We have them in Huntington Beach and other cities, but we're also seeing our car shows in both Huntington Beach and now San Clemente come back online, Cars and Coffee, and their social distancing. But tell us, from your perspective in Germany and Europe, what's going on there, and how has this pandemic made an impact, and how's it going?
Yeah, so COVID-19 is a terrible thing. I think it's worldwide terrible. But here in Germany, we have about 8 weeks, everything is shut down, nothing opened, and we can't go outside. It is terrible. And 2 weeks before, we have a big event in a cinema drive-in. So we have the first big car tuning meeting. I take my Terlingua, I take the Eleanor, and we watch Gone in 60 Seconds with all other. I sent you a photo. You can see the photo on my Facebook page, Mustang Owners Club, in the header. This is my Terlingua and Eleanor, who's watching Gone in 60 Seconds. So this meeting is very, very important, so we can show the world we are here, we have fun, and we can start a passion with the COVID-19. But it's not so perfect without this pandemic. But in December, the Essen Motor Show looks like that it will be working. The first car show, like the C-Mineur, works. I planned my booth, I booked my booth, and I phoned today with the Essen Motor Show, and they told me it looks like that we can start with some a little bit different between the last year, because we must wear a mask, not so many people in the halls, but that's not the problem. That's not the problem. For me, it's important to show my cars, to show my new project on this, to give the world a shout out. That the car, that I think there is so much bad news on TV
Yes.
that we all need worldwide. We need a laugh. We need a shout out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we need to escape, right? This reality is very difficult. It's overwhelming for all of us, and
yes.
much more difficult for some that are more impacted by it. But it is very overwhelming. And so I think us, like for example, they opened up Cars and Coffee in San Clemente, South OC Cars and Coffee, run by our friend Simon, who also podcasted with us. But he opened it up last weekend, but he did a great job. He social distanced the cars, so it's every other space. He required that everybody that participated wore a mask, right? And, they encouraged social distancing and so on and so forth. It was very busy last weekend. And so it can be done. It's a new requirement. It's a little bit of a hassle. But you know what? There were so many people cooped up for so long, they just got over 1,000 cars just for a weekend car show. Because people just want to get back to a sense of, our escape of cars. Cars are so important.
Yes, the cars I know the passion for the cars give us a little bit smile. It fresh up our hearts because every day, COVID-19, I'm full of this shit. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, we live now, and
Right.
we can't think every day what happened when, not what happened when. We must live with it. We must go. We must take a little bit care of us. That's not the problem. That's okay. But not the COVID-19 must say or must say to us, you must live like this way. We must go out. We must go laugh. We just might have fun to meet other car guys. That is very, very important at this time.
Oh, I
And
think
so
it is.
we need all the car shows back.
I agree. And SEMA, by the way, has been communicating an email. You've probably seen it. They're planning to have their show
Yes.
at the end of November. So that's awesome. I'm sure it'll be different. There won't be as many people, and, the booths will be spaced.
Okay.
And they'll probably have some rules, but I can't wait to get back to SEMA. And I'm excited that your show in your neighborhood is coming back on. That sounds like an important event for the car world in Germany and in Europe.
Yes, and do not forget that the car passion is very, very important for the industries. So we car guys, we are the people who give the industry the money back for wheels, for tires, for gas, for everything. So
yeah, that's a good point.
We are a part of it. So we are a part of the big, big round wheel.
We had a guest on, Klaus. You're familiar with Factory 5 Racing. They build the kit cars, if you will. We had the CEO on, Dave Smith, about a month ago. And imagine, he's got lots of orders for cars, but he had to shut down his factory in Massachusetts. But people, they're stuck at home and they want their cars and they want to go enjoy their cars. And there's all these cars in his factory and he can't build them. So it's crazy because when car people, what we value a lot is time to enjoy, time to modify, time to customize, time to show off, and time just to share with other people. Now we got it. And some of these things are preventing us, for all the right reasons, hopefully. And we can't go have our new car or parts or whatever because they're caught up in manufacturing that got shut down.
Yes. And here in Germany, it's a new wave. Most of the people, or many people, buy motorhomes.
Right.
It's crazy. Yes, it's crazy because they are angry to go in hotels. They are angry to go in planes. So they bought motorhomes.
I bet motorhome sales are through the roof. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of our customers have done that, taking motorhomes and just going across the country and letting this thing calm down. So it's a great escape. Hey, Klaus, I want to change the subject a little bit. You've mentioned the Terlingua racing Mustang that you have. Yes. She's kind of taken on a life of her own. She's quite a celebrity herself in Europe. How'd you acquire her? How long did it take to build her? What's under the hood of that incredible Mustang?
Okay. Last year, in summer, I think about a new highlight for the Essen Motor Show for my booth in December last year. So I think about to build a Mustang who is special. And for me, it's important to give people a shout out when they live. Like Carroll Shelby is dead. So many people give Carroll Shelby a shout out.
Right.
It's okay for me. It's okay for me. But Bill Neal is the founder from Carroll Shelby, and Bill Neal founded the Terlingua racing team. So Leslie Neal is his daughter. And I asked Leslie, can I build for your father a homage, a Terlingua racing team Mustang for the show in Europe, the biggest car show? So Les said, Klaus, you are crazy. Okay, we'll do it. So they sent me the documents and I built it. Because Bill is 95-year old and he is alive. And I want to give him a shout out because Carroll Shelby is an icon, not the problem. He's my, Cleo Shelby is a good friend of mine. But I think that Bill Neal is a little bit, nobody knows him.
Right.
So he's an artist here in Germany. Nobody knows him. You can't read about Bill Neal in the social media channels. So I think I give him a shout out and built Terlingua. I built 3 months on this Mustang, and important for me was 2008. Carroll built a Terlingua racing team Mustang, fastback. Yes. So mine is a convertible, and I think I built the same car like a convertible of mine. So I have the same engine, a V6 engine inside. Many people said, oh, it's not a Mustang, but it is. So you can modify the engine, and my V6 is a V8 killer. So, and this is for me important to show the people that the base from the engine is very important. So every people also from a Honda Civic, a 4-cylinder, I can build a monster from this. So that's not the reason. So, and for me, it's important to make a V6 engine like the same that Carroll Shelby built 2008 in this Mustang. So I built 3 months on this Mustang, and I'm very happy. I love it. Is
it turbocharged, supercharged, normally aspirated? Tell us a little bit about that engine.
It is turbocharged by Braxton, like the real compressor that Carroll Shelby used in 2008.
Yep. Back in, well, he had them in 66, was it? Or there was a few that were built with superchargers, right?
Yes. The only difference is the exhaust system, because the original 2008 Terlingua racing team Mustang has an exhaust coming from the side, from Borla. And Borla can't build it a second time. So I need a perfect exhaust system, a valve control system, 2, 1 right, 1 left. It looks perfect. And the exhaust system called Mustang Owners Club Edition. It called a brand on the exhaust, left and right. And it's a perfect way to show it, because it is here in Germany, we have the TÜV. The TÜV are people who control what you do with your car. Every 2 years, you must go to them and they check it.
Oh no!
Yes, it's terrible. If your car is too loud, you can't drive it. Is your car too deep? You can't drive it. This is here in Germany. It's very, very terrible to build a car. Every car you build is controlled by the TÜV.
Wow.
So yes, that is very, very terrible.
So we've been seeing some videos online in Vancouver, Canada, where people are getting pulled over by the police because their cars are too loud, and then they have a portable DB tester. And
yes, welcome to Germany.
Is the same thing happening in Germany?
Yes, it's the same thing. And that is the reason why I built my Monkey. So my Honda Monkey is a 50 small number plate. So with this small number plate, you don't go to the TÜV. You can drive it. So you can give, but you can't do anything with the car, with this bike. But I do it. So I do it 25 horsepower in this little bike. So an exhaust system which is so loud, you think it's the Starfighter starting up. So this is the reason why I built this, to show what you can do with a bike. So here in Germany, when you drive with your Mustang at this time, at the first thing the police see you, said, "Oh, you're a street racer." They pull you out, check your car, and I said, "Officer, this is a car for the show. This is not a racing car. It's an homage on Bill Neal." "Who's Bill Neal?" So, "Okay, officer, go in your police car, go away. I'm not a street racer." So here in Germany, it's very, very, very a big problem at this time.
But so on conversely, or on the other end of the spectrum, would they be pulling over a brand new Carrera Porsche 911 Turbo?
Yes.
Would they
Yes.
pull that brand new Porsche over?
Yes, I will. I tell you why. We have in Germany many people from Turkey, from Afghanistan, and we called it big families.
Oh.
So the older the parents bought, for example, a Mercedes AMG C63. So many horsepower for not much money.
Yeah, boy,
So
those are
they lease it.
high performance engines.
Yes, they lease it. Gave it in 2 years back to Mercedes. So the children's 18 years, the driving license since 1 month said, "Dad, I take your car." "No problem, no problem." They take it and they go street racing. And so this is so terrible here in Germany in the last 1 or 2 years that is very, very dangerous. So the police can't control these groups, these families. They have their own rules.
Yeah.
So there is no respect. Yes, no respect to police officer. Yes, no respect for police officers. The red light, what is it? You can drive through. This is yes. This is a very, very problem. And this problem we have all now at this time. If you have a Mustang, if you have a Mercedes, a Porsche, the police officer looks, pulled you out, talk to you, and in 1 or 2 minutes, they understand that I'm not one of these people.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question with that in mind. Here in the United States, everything is allowed, and there's some cities that are pretty particular about how much noise a car makes. That's for sure. We've got them around here as well. But we have brand new Lamborghinis in here. We've got a beautiful Huracan. We've got a Ferrari 488 GTB. We have a number of super high performance, brand new cars, and people drive them every day without any problem. Could you drive a brand new 488 GTB or a Lamborghini Huracan in Germany now, or would it just be too much hassle?
No problem. You can drive it, and these cars have a valve control system.
Okay.
Exhaust.
So you just got to.
So they can make it very, very loud. When the police come, you pull it down to that's not so loudest. That's not the problem. You can drive it here. But the problem is when you are going for a street race, when you stay at the traffic, 2 cars, and you make a run, who is the fastest one? This is very terrible. And in the night, it's a problem here.
Yeah,
it's a real problem. Yes.
So, hey, Klaus, so what's the next events or what's on the schedule for the Mustang Owners Club? I know they're spread out all over the world, but you guys must have some big events planned. Are they all locally, or do you have a big global event? Give us some insight into what's coming up on the schedule.
No, I have some very, very good friends in my club. They are worldwide, in Canada, in Mexico, in the United States. And all these friends plan some meetings, make some perfect rounds with some friends through the hills. And so share the photos on my page, and I share it with my fellows.
Right.
So my plan is to have in every city of the world, small groups from the Mustang Owners Club who spread out our passion, who show the world we love the Ford Mustang. That is my plan. I work on it very, very hard, 24 hours, 7 days, all the way.
It's impressive what you've done. I just applaud your efforts and your success. It's amazing. It just shows you how the perseverance and the passion and the hard work when it's done and executed so flawlessly like you did. Look at, it's a model of success, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So Klaus, how do the folks that are listening or watching this podcast, how do they reach out to you and the Mustang Owners Club? What are the best ways to find you?
Okay, the best way to find me to go on Facebook, the Mustang Owners Club, or go Instagram, Mustang Klaus, Mustang Owners Club. Send me a message. You can get they must send me a photo from the Mustang, and then I send them their member number. So with the member number, you have some very, very cool deals with my sponsors and partners, 10%, 15%.
Oh,
so
great.
We have a very, very big family. So we have some dealer worldwide. So if you're a Mustang Owners Club member, you get a special deal on a new car. So every day I have new ideas to push my club to be a better one, to make it perfect. It's not perfect. Perfect, I'm not. No, perfect, it is none. Every day.
So that's great. And, hopefully folks are listening and watching and enjoying this and getting to know you and your awesome club. Is there something you've got going in the garage? Are you working on your next Mustang or another project that you're going to be rolling out next year or two?
Yes, I'm working on a new project for the Essen Motor Show in December this year.
Right. Right.
Yes. I presented on my page. TV stations ask me, but I can't speak about it. But I can tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, we can't wait to see it.
And now I hope that Ford, can you hear me? Ford Motor Company, Ford Deutschland, that Ford give me the Mustang E-Mach. So the new electric Mustang, I want to show on my booth and I want to ride it. Because when I share it on my page, the E-Mustang, they get a little big shitstorm from other Mustang drivers.
Of course.
So yes, but I think there is a market for this car.
Oh, for sure.
So it's a Mustang or it's not a Mustang. That's not what I will be saying. For me, it's a Mustang. I will drive it. I will show the world the passion. But I said, every Mustang driver who said, that's not a Mustang, this is a shit. I said, wait for it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you take the Mach-E. And on Saturday and Sunday, drive your passion with gas. So why not?
Listen, Klaus, we're here next to Irvine, right? And our good friends in Tesla have a huge facility here. And Elon Musk is knocking it out of the park with Teslas. He's got every type of car imaginable, either on the road or in the plans, or, whether it's a tractor trailer, it's an incredible evolution. And those cars are everywhere here in Southern California, and they're only going to get bigger. So watch out. Mustang electric vehicle. We love it. Hey, so we want to take this opportunity to say thanks to you, Klaus, for joining us today. That was great. We are so excited for the success of the Mustang Owners Club and your personal success. What a great story. We just want to say thank you.
Dean, let me say thank you very much to you. It was my pleasure to talk to you, to give my Mustang Owners Club a shout out on your channel. And I hope that many of your followers like my Mustang Owners Club. And if there are any questions, if people want more about my passion, write an email over my button on Mustang Owners Club. I will answer every mail. It can take a little time, but I will do it.
You may be sorry you said that. No, that's great. That's what's made you so successful, is your accessibility and the fact that you do all this grassroots. It's a one interaction at a time. Well, again, I just want to say thank you, everybody that's listening and watching, for joining us today on the SoCal Car Scene Podcast. To find this and other episodes, please go to all of your favorite podcast platforms like Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Buzzsprout, Google Play, and the SoCal Classic Car Storage media page out on our website. And now all of our episodes are also on YouTube. So find our SoCal Car Scene page on YouTube, and you can see this video with Klaus and our other incredible guests, and of course, our mugs as well. Please listen, watch, subscribe, and follow. Thanks so much.